Well, hello everybody. This is Mark again at Retired and Rebuilding. Um, just wanted to give you an update. A little late getting this out, but I wanted to give you an update. The last time, my last video, I was going to go out and talk to some local printers and see if I could find some local work and not do as much DoorDash. Um, After working on my resume, after really thinking things through. Um, I decided not to do that. It's 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 just impossible for me right now, or at least in my view. And I think when I look at it objectively as well, from their point of view, um, it's impossible for me to be a good employee. I'm slow. I can't hear good. I have a lot of not so much disabilities. I feel like I can still do a lot, but I know I can't. And I know that it's aggravating because I can't hear instructions and I can't do it, and I can't last like a normal person can as far as the day goes, and I get very tired, and I just don't feel like I can be a good employee even on a part-time basis. It's possible if I found the perfect position, but I don't think that's practical. I don't think it's going to last, and I don't want to be a bad employee. So I don't really know what I'm going to do. I really contemplated, and I was going to tell you in this update that I have decided to move in my car for a while and just travel in my car, in my SUV. I haven't ruled that out yet, but it's difficult. Uh, I have a lot of shoulder problems right now, which another thing that makes it, it's arthritis in my back, my shoulders, and my hands, and my neck, my upper neck. It's really a pain to deal with, both literally and figuratively. But that also makes it difficult to be a good employee, and I don't want to be a bad employee. I don't want to be tolerated. I want to earn what I'm making. I figured DoorDash would work out for me, but I've found that my right shoulder is getting to a point that I'm not able to use it, and my right arm is getting to a point where I'm not able to use it. And I've traced it back. I looked back, and my right arm was doing fine. I have some problems with my left shoulder for a long time, but my right arm was doing fine before I started DoorDashing. And I think the activity, moving around in the car, reaching into the back, which hurts so bad, gradually started hurting. I just attributed it to arthritis, but it's I guess repetitive action on these areas that are affected by arthritis just cause it to flare up and get worse. And my shoulder is to the point now where it's getting very, very difficult to even DoorDash. I can walk around okay. I get tired on steps, but lifting food anymore and setting it in the seat, if I have to hold it out with my right arm, I can't do it. And it's a matter of time before I drop something. I get weak with my hands, and it's really irritating. I know, I've heard a lot of people talking about getting to the age I am, and you've got to let go. You've got to understand that you're not physically capable anymore. And, my work was my identity. I was in printing for more than 40 years. I'd started a little business. I was trying to do some apparel work. I can do it. It's not, but I just can't do it. And this week I just decided to quit everything. It was costing me money to try to sell on Etsy and try to sell. Redbubble don't really cost me anything, but I do have to have the designs to put on there, and I have to have my Adobe subscription. I had a business email. I had some other things that I was doing, like a website and stuff like that. I've just shut it all down. I can't do it anymore. I'm trying to let go of that part of my identity. And to be honest, it's not easy because, you know, printing was more than just a career to me. You know, it was more or less my life. I was in business for myself in the printing related industry several different times. It's been something that's been more than just a job, and it's difficult to let go of. I can't be a good employee at a printing place anymore. I can't really do anything on my own in it anymore, so I've got to let it go. But then the question is what do I do for money? If I can't even DoorDash, then what am I going to do for money? So that's why I thought about living in my car. Is if I don't pay my daughter, if I don't have to pay my daughter rent, and I'm not paying her that much, but it's if I hit the road and just paid my bills and had that rent to work with, I could get by. But I don't know how long that would last. You know, I sure can't do it down here. I'd have to head up into the mountains to get some cool weather. But so I would like to give you an update on where I am and what I'm doing and what I plan on doing and how my plan is coming along. As far as my plan goes, it was an 18-month plan. I don't want to wait 18 months to get there. I don't. I don't know. I just need some time on my own, somewhere, even if it's up in the mountains, just camping for a month, and I may just do that. But I've got to figure out what I'm going to do in the future, and right now I'm going to try to pay off my debts as quick as I can. So that part of my plan is not changing. I don't think I'll be able to do it in 6 months if I can't get back to DoorDashing. I'm hoping this is just a bad week for my arthritis in my shoulder, but it's been steadily increasing. I don't expect it to get better by taking a few days off, but I don't know. So I'd like to update you and tell you how my plan's coming along, that I've stuck to it perfectly, or I've failed miserably, but really I don't even know if I could do that plan if I wanted to, but I'm going to try. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to find a way to earn a living for myself, because I've always been able to earn a living for myself, and one way or another, I've got to now. So I've just got to get creative, I guess, and not in the design and printing kind of way, but I'm just going to find a way to make some money one way or the other. But I will, I've got some things in mind. I'll update you here in another week or so and let you know where I am then. I do plan on, making a little headway on my debt this week. I do have some DoorDash work that I did this weekend, and I hope to do it again next weekend, at least some. But making the amount that I could do it in 6 months, I don't know at this point. But I have cut everything else off. I'm not paying for anything. I've even turning off my Adobe subscription, and that's like, pulling a tooth for me. It's like, taking off my right arm. I've always had the ability to do graphics work on the computer, and without the Adobe subscription, I'll just have to find new ways to doing it. But that's good. That gives me more money to put toward my debt, and I'll get there. One way or another, I'll get there, and one way or another, I'll find a new way through this. Find a way to DoorDash without, with just using my left arm. It's not easy. I wouldn't think it'd be possible. But excuse me. But I will get there, and I'll update you next week on my plan. And I'm going to pay a little on my debt this week, and then next week I hope to have some better ideas and some things going, and may have some solutions to this, but I think it's going to work out. But also, before I finish up here, it dawned on me that my channel is kind of looking like, no matter what I say, that I'm looking for money, and I'm not. I'm not looking for money from you guys. You know, if my, you know, if I all of a sudden got 1 million views, that'd be great. But you know, that ain't gonna happen either. But you know, maybe you guys got some ideas. But I would like to provide, and I know, because there's a lot of people my age, a lot of people going through the same thing that I am, and I know a lot of men out there that their identity is tied up in their work, and retiring and getting away from that is incredibly difficult. I always said, you know, the day I could walk away from it, I'd walk away from it. That's, you know, reality is always different. But if I can motivate anybody, or if I can make anybody understand that, you know, they're not the only one going through this. Maybe I am, but I don't think so. I think there's a lot of men out there that retire and their hobbies are, you know, not what they thought it was. You know, they can't fish enough to, you know, make do. It's, you know, it's hard to give up your identity, and your work was your identity, almost no matter what you did. But we'll all be okay. You know, I think I'm just at an age right now where it's particularly difficult, and I'm at a point that is particularly difficult. But I hope, and I really, really trust that it will get better, and I know it will. So, you know, if you're in the same position I am and you feel like it's hopeless, and I've felt a lot worse than I do, you know, this week, both physically and mentally, but it gets better, and it will get better. I firmly believe that every person, if you have a positive attitude and have determination to make your life better, you can do it. You'll find a way to do it. And I not only believe that, but I'm gonna have to put it into action, more so than I ever have. But we'll see. But I'll give you an update. I was hoping to make this video short, but that just never works out. But I appreciate you watching, and give you another update next week, and we'll see how it's going. Till then, y'all have a great week, and hope you had a great 4th of July. It's great to see this country celebrate. Very proud of this country, and I'm very happy and very privileged to live in the best country in the world. Thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you again.